Oh, let's get deep. I got five on it. Messing with that and no weed.
Perhaps we should have a war tomorrow when you're get arrested. I should have you whipped for your impudence.
Perhaps you should fight.
Achilles. Achilles. Look at the men's faces. You can save hundreds of them. You can end this war with a swing of your sword. Think how many songs they'll sing in your honor. Let them go home to their wives.
Imagine a king who fights his own battles. Wouldn't that be a sight?
Of all the warlords loved by the gods, I hate him the most. We need him, my king. For now. No one else! Is there no one else? Who are you, soldier?
Tony Horton, Gracie. Yeah, how you guys doing today? Before we start with our Gracie breakdown for today, let's go ahead and take our Bud Tony question. I got thousands of fans on my YouTube. Make sure you're like, sharing, and subscribing. So we have a question right here from K Rock. He says, Bud Tony, two-part question. How do you feel about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? And would you ever just walk up and slap anyone? Okay, well, first off, you're only allowed to ask me one question. But yeah, everyone knows how I feel. Chris Rock is one of my online students. Matter of fact, the Friday, the day right before the Oscars, I filmed an online right here on YouTube, 16 ways to defend someone slapping you. Was it set up? I don't know. Very next day it happened. But next part of his question, would I, Tony Horton, Gracie, ever just walk up and slap the shit out of someone? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm planning to. Julian Sanchez, owner of all those Sambo gyms in Texas, Sambo Nation, Sambo League, all that shit. Yeah, he keeps running his mouth, saying stuff about me being off my rocker because I'm a combat veteran. He's a pussy. He didn't serve in the military. And then he posts pictures of Soviet Union propaganda and calls it Sambo culture. So yeah, I'm making my plans to show up at one of his events this year, unannounced, walk right up and slap the shit out of him because I know he's not going to do anything in real life. Tony Horton, Gracie, enjoy the show.
See, I'm riding high. Whoa. Kind of wrong to sing, y'all. Some more, I got fire.
Player, give me some brew and I might just chill. But I'm the type that like to light another joint like Cypress Hill. I still do these spit loogies when I puff on it. I got some bucks on it, but it ain't enough on it. Go get the S, the T, I, D, E, F. Never unless I'm hella fresh, rolling joints like a cigarette. So pass it across the table like ping pong, I'm gone. Beating my chest like King Kong. It's on, wrap my lips around the phony. And when it comes to getting another stogie, fools all kick in like Shinobi. Only ain't my homie to begin with. It's too many heads to be. Probably let my friend hit bit. Unless you pull out the fat crispy. $5 bill on the real before it's history. Cause fools be having them vacuum lungs. And if you let them in it for free, you hella dumb. I come to school with a Taylor on my earlobe. Avoiding all the click teasers, skeezers, and weirdos. Got me throwing off the land like where the bomb at. Give me $2, you take a puff and pass my bomb back. Suck up the dank like a Slurpee. The serious bomb will make a nigga go delirious like Eddie Murphy. I got more growing pains than Maggie. Cause homies snagged me to take the dick out of the bag.
Five on it. Grab your phone, let's get geek. I got 5 on it. Messing with that ain't no weed. I got 5 on it. It's got me stuck and I'm so bad. I got 5 on it. Come on, let's go have fun
I
aside.
take sacks to the face whenever I can. Don't need no crutch, I'm so keyed up till the joint be burning my hand. Next time I roll it in a hamper to burn slow, so the ashes won't be burning in my hand, bro. Hoochies get hit, but they know they got a pitch and bent. I roll a joint that's longer than your extension. Cause I'll be damned if you get high off me for free. Hell no, you better bring your own slip cheap. What's up, don't babysit that? Better pass the joint. Stop hitting cause you know you got asthma. Crack the 40 open, homie, and guzzle it. Cause I know the weed in my system is getting lonely. I gotta take a whiz test to my P.O. I know I feel cause I done smoked major weed, bro. And every time we with Chris, that fool rolling up a fat. But the Tangeray straight
I
at
got
me.
5 on it. Grab your phone, let's get geek. I got 5 on it. Messing with that ain't no weed. I got 5 on it. It's got me stuck and I'm so bad. I got 5 on it. Come on, let's go have fun aside.
Hey, make this right, man. Stop at the light, man. My yesterday thing got me hung off the night train. You paid our fate, so let's head to the east. Hit the stroll to 9-0 so we can roll big hashish. I wish I could fade the 8, but I'm no budget. Still rolling the 2, don't cut the same old bucket. Foggy windows, soggy endo. I'm in the land getting smoke with my kid up in smoke. Yeah, just spray you laying down. Up in the OAK, the town. Homies don't play around, we down to blaze a pound. Then ease up, speed up through the ESO. Drink the VSOP up with the lemon squeeze up. And everybody's roller, I'm the roller. That's quick to throw the blunt out of a bunch of sticky doja. Hold up, suck up my weed, it's all you need kicking feet. Cause we're IBs, we need to have like a
I
full
got 5 on it. Grab your phone, let's get geek. I got 5 on it. Messing with that ain't no weed. I got 5 on it. It's got me stuck and I'm so bad. I got 5 on it. Come on, let's go have fun aside.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Tony Horton, Gracie, and I was at one of the bodegas, that's grocery store in Braziliano, and I was getting one of my Coca-Colas, and somebody was like, "But Tony, did you know that if your battery in your car is corrupted, you can pour Coke on it and clean it off?" I was like, "You're fucking right, I know that. I wouldn't put anything in my body that I wouldn't trust in my car." Tony Horton, Gracie. Let's do it, Benel. Security officer, right?
Yeah.
Prior service or just a security officer? Cop? No. Security? No. Yeah, so hey, what's up, man? So I have women and children and little guys too. But this is Tony Horton, Gracie, and today we're going to do another Gracie breakdown on an old MMA fight. In fact, it's going to be shoot fighting, pancrase in Japan. It's going to be Maurice Smith, who was a champion Muay Thai, champion kickboxer. Later on, he became a champion UFC guy once he learned how to grapple, but he wanted his first grappling MMA fight to actually debut somewhere where they didn't know how to kick and punch that much. So he thought shoot fighting in Japan was that place. They were only allowed to hit with open hands, and most of them were catch wrestlers. Little did he know, the first guy he was gonna fight was fucking Boss Rutten. And that guy looks like the Undertaker. Tony Horton, Gracie. Have you ever seen Boss Rutten fight or anything? Have you ever seen Maurice Smith?
Or you said what?
Have you ever seen Maurice Smith fight? Alright, just go get some water from me while I finish the video. Okay, so yeah, Maurice Smith, who was he? Don't think about who Maurice Smith was. Think about who his partner was. No homo, but his partner was Ken Shamrock's younger brother, Frank Shamrock. And Frank Shamrock, even though the Gracies, we don't like the Shamrockes, that's Braziliano for bitch, but we don't like the Shamrocks, you know, mainly because of Ken Shamrock. But Frank Shamrock was the first career MMA fighter. And what I mean by that was he handpicked coaches for his training camp that would help him. He picked boxers to help with only his strikes. He picked Maurice Smith to help with only his kicks. And he picked wrestlers and grapplers to help with only that. And then later on, that showed success, and people like GSP, the Diaz brothers, several other MMA guys started picking and choosing guys as well. So Maurice Smith, great shout out when it comes to being an awesome striker. Debut match, you lost to a leg lock. Tony Horton, Gracie.
I be so sick, you niggas got contradicting. I be so bold myself, when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, so when you around me. Treat me like all the right, wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about your whereabouts. I didn't get no conflict, but you what can we just rub it out? I don't want to
Yeah, you can literally slap the shit out of someone with an open hand. If he were to grab my neck, yeah, the first thing we teach in Alio Gracie, bam, is slap the shit out of someone. So when you think about shoot fighting, pancrase, in Japan, they were only allowed to hit with open hands. And for a lot of people, they weren't very successful with that because they were just pity-patting. Maurice Smith didn't even use his upstairs arsenal, being as long and good of a boxer as he was, because he wasn't used to hitting with open hands. But he was fighting an opponent, Boss Rutten, who literally mastered that. He figured out that maybe a hit here or here wouldn't hurt, but if I slap straight to someone's liver or I slap straight down to someone's ear, it's a strong hit. It's very precise. Speaking of being precise with good hits, think about all the Javelin anti-tank missiles that we have gave Ukraine to kick the Russians' ass. That's right, it's an anti-tank missile, and the weakest point on a tank is the top, the turret, where they pop their head out. So a Javelin, you hook on, you lift up, you see the tank, you click, it spits it out like a freaking potato gun. As it spits it out, you drop, you take off running. Once it gets 30 feet spit out, then it ignites. It goes straight up in the air so the tank's heat seeker can't find you. You're out of there. It's going straight up in the air, and the top of the head of the missile is taking 72 pictures per second of that tank. Once it gets so high that it can't take pictures anymore, it comes straight down and it blows the tank up from the top down. We're kicking fucking Ukraine, we're kicking Russia's ass over there in Ukraine. And that's me giving my support. Some of the other ways that I'm giving my support, yeah, I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore, and I have flags in the front of my favela. Tony Horton, Gracie. Hey guys, what's up? It's Tony Horton, Gracie. I'm sitting out in the front of my favela house here in Sao Paulo. And I always represent 3 flags nowadays. The USA flag, the USA and Ukrainian together flag, and the Ukrainian fuck Putin flag. That's right. And people sometimes ask me, but Tony, what are you gonna do if someone that trains in Sambo, Russian Sambo, comes to your backyard jiu-jitsu camp and tries to fight you? I wish. Tony Horton, Gracie. Yeah, let's talk about that. That's the power of a technical stand-up. Boss Rutten had that power. This little Cologne right here didn't. When Boss Rutten got taken down, he was able to kick and keep him away to stand up. But then when Maurice Smith took the fall, he wasn't.
And if you wonder if I hate you, I do. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this. And if you wondered if I hate you, fuck you. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this. Used to be too silent to you.
Okay, so let's talk about the fundamentals of a technical stand-up and why it's important. Here in Sao Paulo, you can't be chilling at the beach like this, looking at women and thinking their little boyfriends aren't gonna come pick you up. Tony Horton, Gracie.
I'm not too silent treatment, that mean no permission. Missionary getting boring, positions. Hard to say your soul, you don't know.
Hey guys, what's up? So this little phrase here in Brazil is called de quinte tu eres. And what it really translates to is, yo girl, who's your man? And guys be sitting at the beach just like this, they see a woman walk by and they're like, yeah, de quinte tu eres, you know? And that's how they pick up girls, but sometimes their man is actually at the beach. And if the man hears that and he comes up, I can't be sitting down in the sand when he comes up. So I'm gonna put my hand on my head to guard. I'm gonna lift my butt up, boom, and I'm gonna throw sand in his face so I can get up. That's where the technical stand-up came from. But now we find an MMA cage, wrestling match, you know, sometimes there's no sand to kick in the guy's face. So, the quintueres. I put my hand up, I come up, I kick to stand up. Yeah, that's how we do it. But what if I'm not fighting an Americana? What if I'm fighting another Braziliano and this kick right here just doesn't work? Maybe I still need to use space. So I'm gonna put my foot here, I'm gonna face this way. So I come up on the side so I can do my throws. Tony Horton, Grace. Wah! Yeah, sometimes people do takedowns, and if they're standing right there, maybe I need to look in training and train myself to get up. But one thing I don't like is when you go to some of these Gracie University certified schools, they don't really understand the importance of technical stand-up. And you can tell because when they get thrown down, boom, they fall down, and then they're like, I'm not going to do a technical stand-up right on top of the guy that threw me down. I'm going to do this. If he's even farther away, I might just put both my and come up. But yeah, the whole point of a technical stand-up is to not be around the guy and get back up. Maurice Smith didn't understand that. Tony Horton, Gracie.
Lost in the night, lost in no finding us. Coming up, baby. And if you wonder if I hate you, I do. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this. And if you wondered if I hate you, fuck you. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this.
IBJJF butt scooting competition. Yeah, we're in Sao Paulo. We don't like butt scooters, people that sit guard. But people have a bad name for all Braziliano Jiu-Jitsu players. They say that we sit down first. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fighters like Boss Rutten, Ken Shamrock, back in Pancrase, they were butt scooting first. They were sitting straight down in fights to go for leg locks. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. Yeah, so some things that those shoot fighting Americanos used to do was they would be in a guard, they would break the guard, and then they would fall straight back and try to go for a leg lock. Yeah, they were butt scooting and pulling guard. Boss Rutten found Maurice Smith's leg hooked behind his head. He trapped it, he reached over, and he went for a heel hook with his head. But he was too close to the rope, so as he tried to turn the heel hook, yeah, Maurice Smith grabbed the ropes, which in shoot fighting Pancrase rules, you have to restart. Some people don't like that. I personally do. And here's why. Because when you're fighting out in the real world, people might roll off, slam into something, and you have to restart. So you always have to be ready to start back up standing.
And if you wonder if I hate you, I do. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this. And if you wondered if I hate you, fuck you. City of you to make me feel just like this. What I would do to make you feel just like this. Used to be too solid till you scramble me. Used to be your body, you meant to handle me. Used to be nobody till you ambush me. Now I'm at your
Okay,
body.
so let's talk about how the finisher happened. Maurice Smith was down. He thought he was in a quasi half guard. One of the best ways to counter a half guard is put the shoulders back on the ground. Now it causes a little bit of tension there. From putting his shoulders on the ground right there, he stepped over and fell right down to a leg lock.
Up and up, baby. Every reminiscence. Every I'm missing you. What it said was different than what it was. Up and up, baby. Lost in the night first. Lost in the finding us. Up and up, baby.
Okay, so he played Maurice Smith in his half guard game. And let me just say, Maurice Smith was not a grappler just yet. And what a half guard is, it can be a very aggressive way to play someone. Like when I have someone in my half guard, or it could be Colonia right here, his last attempt to not get smashed. So yeah, Maurice Smith was here and he wasn't really in control of the half guard. He was just laying down halfway guarding, if you want to say that. So from here, Boss Rutten flattened him out. He brought this leg up, he grabbed, he paced out, fell down, leg lock. All right, so there you guys have it. There's been another Gracie breakdown by me, Tony Horton, Gracie, and this guy.
Wonder if I hate you. I do. City of you to make me feel just like this.
And speaking of fuck Putin in Russia, there's some people right here in America, the Sambo American community, that I also want to fuck. Texas, Sambo Nation, Sambo League, Julian Sanchez, fuck you. Philadelphia, head coach of the USA Sambo team, US Sambo, Bob Clark, fuck you. And anyone else who thinks posting pictures of USSR or even Russian Putin nowadays is showing Sambo heritage, fuck you. Tony Horton, Gracie, fucking piece of shit.
Fuck on, y'all. Get a grip. Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack